Hey, hey, hey. Welcome back. Thanks again for joining us and all that jazz. Same thing I say in every one of my videos. Hope you all doing good. And welcome back to the channel. Let's see if we can get some autofocus on here. There we go. Sweet Bailey YouTube. My card there. So today's video will be a bit of an unconventional video that I normally do. A little bit different. And I wanted to talk about a few things, but let's get right into it. So this is Grand Theft Auto 5 Online, PlayStation 3. So keep that in mind. This is the creator, and we're gonna make a race. And the biggest issue with this is I have already made this race, except for it was on a different account, and I no longer have access to that account because if anyone plays Grand Theft Auto Online, they will completely understand the difficulties of playing Grand Theft Auto 5 Online, because there are way too many modders that have way too much power, and not all of them are nice people. Just like in the world, there's lots of bad people in the world, and there's lots of good people in the world. Some people like to help, and some people like to hurt. So anyways, so I have to remake the race because it's been lost. So, and this race will be called Rooftop Rally, or Elite Rooftop Rally. So we need to place a trigger. We will put the starting line up on this roof, believe it or not. Actually, this roof will be where the starting line will be. I know, it's a little bit tricky, but let's put this trigger right there. It'll be a nice location. I'm kind of gonna pause the video and do a few things, pause it a few times and stuff, so that we can show a majority of the making of this video here. So we're going to want to put the starting line somewhere in here, kind of square. I like to keep stuff nice and even here. Let's start back a little bit so you can get a good start here. Maybe we'll go 6 by 6 like that. We'll just scoot this back here, and we'll have maximum players of 16. Maybe we're actually going to go 4 by 8 because we need the starting line to be kind of in this area because of that corner. So let's put it right there. That'll be good. And then we're gonna need to do the rest of the checkpoints here. But first, before we do that, we need to actually, let's just kind of roughly place the checkpoints real quick. So you're gonna start up here. You're gonna jump off the roof first thing, and then you're gonna take a left. So the first checkpoint will need to be about right there ish, and then you want to put a checkpoint about every, in game it would probably be about every 150 feet or so, maybe 80 yards ish. So we're gonna have kind of a straight stretch here for a drag race kind of a style. We're gonna keep going about like there. We're just gonna kind of roughly lay these out real quick. We're gonna start turning here. Nice fast corner, like so. And then we're going to go over here. And when you're placing these checkpoints on the corners, when you're making these races, you don't want to put the checkpoint like way over here in the middle. Like say we're gonna go around this corner like this. You don't want to put the checkpoint right in the center of this, because when you're actually doing the race, you'll have to drive over here, go all the way to the center of this to touch the checkpoint, and then turn. So you actually want the checkpoint to be at the end of the corner in the direction that you'll be going, like this. So that will give the players an idea of which way they'll be going. So then they can kind of cut the corner if they like, or what have you. And then each checkpoint will tell the player roughly which direction the next checkpoint will be. So we're going to start turning here. It's going to be kind of a sharp corner. So we'll put that in there. Then we're going to do a U-turn here. And we're going to start heading back this way. So let's put, we don't want that one too close. So let's put the next one right here, kind of off to the side, so it lets the players know that we're going to head this direction. We're going to cut across the grass there, put another checkpoint yonder, and then we're going to have another straight stretch here. And like I said, I've already made this race, but I have to redo it because some not very nice person did me the favor of deleting it, which I did not really appreciate. So let's continue here. And then we're going to have a big ramp right here. So what we need to keep in mind is we don't want a checkpoint too close to the ramp, just in case somebody messes up on the ramp and crashes, so that when they respawn, they won't respawn right at the base of the jump, so they can have a bit of a run at it, like so. So you can drive like this, turn, hit the ramp, and then jump up onto the roof. So the checkpoint is good there. So let's go up here. The next checkpoint will be right about here. It'd be a bit of an angle, and we'll want to make it so that all the players can land roughly in the checkpoint. So even if they overshoot it, they can still hit the checkpoint and respawn on the roof. So we'll put that one there, and then there'll be a ramp right here, and then there'll be another checkpoint right here. So we'll just do one more checkpoint right about there. So once they jump over, they can respawn right there if they need to. So that'll be good for that. And then let's do some jumps. And when you're placing the jumps, it's very difficult to get the exact positioning of it because of the way that Grand Theft Auto creator is designed. So I'm just going to get the base layout started here, and then I'm going to pause the video so that it doesn't consume the entire video, just showing you putting these jumps up and such. So I want to get it kind of square, and it's not super, there we go. It's hard to get it square because the PlayStation 3 controllers on the analog sticks are they're not very precise. Like, you can breathe on the analog stick and then it'll move like 10 feet. So it's hard to get the positioning just right. So we'll get these generally fairly close. My angle is a little bit off, but it's not a big deal. So we'll just put 4 jumps up here, just so it, actually my angle's kind of quite a bit off. So I'm going to place these and then we'll continue. So just hold on your horses and we'll be right back with ya. Alright, we're back, and we got the 4 jumps positioned there, so that gives the players a wide area of to get off the roof nicely. So then we have this long straight stretch portion here, so we are going to need to spice it up a bit and make it more fun for the player. So we're going to put a few ramps over on this side here. We're going to put two small ramps about here, and then we're going to go to medium ramps. We're going to go up in between the next 2 checkpoints, about in the middle-ish, about like that. We'll leave kind of a gap in the middle there, so just in case people don't want to hit either one of those sets of ramps, they don't have to. And then we want to put some large ramps over yonder. So, and the way I have this laid out is I think these ones are too close. We need to space them a little differently. So we need to, I think we're going to put these ones here, because you got to space them correctly so that they're not too close to the corner, they're not too close to the checkpoint, and they're close enough that if you hit one jump that you can jump over the next jump. So we'll put these ones right here, I believe, the mediums. And I had it designed so that you could hit the medium jumps here, and you could jump over the large jumps, which will be right here. And also, we're going to put some barriers here because people like to cheat, and you know that just as well as I do. But first, let's put the ramps down. We're gonna have to do a little bit of finagling because these ramps need to be close enough to the next set of ramps so that you can actually jump over this train car right here. So I'm going to have to position that correctly, make sure this jump is big enough that you can jump over this train car. And if you don't want to hit those jumps, then you can hit some other jumps that'll be right next to this train car right here. So I'm gonna pause y'all, and I'm gonna get this all set up, and then we'll continue once again. So please have a little patience and stick around, and there might be a Sweet Bailey's tip of the day. So you'll never know unless you stick around for the whole video. Alright, we're back here, and we need to change the vehicle class, because we'll be doing sports cars, I mean supercars. And then we need to make sure that we have the weather and the time of day correctly. We can leave those on. We need the cars, see the available vehicles. You want to take off the cycles and the utility because they are super slow and not much fun for this race. And we're gonna make it so that all the different vehicles are able to make the epic jump, of course. So now that we've done that, we need to test it just a little bit. But actually when we do that, we can go like this, and then if we hit select, we can change the mode, so then we can actually drive the car and see if we can clear that jump or not. And it doesn't look like it's quite big enough. Okay, that's good. That's good. Alright, so that is big enough. And when I place these jumps, the way to make a smooth ramp is you always start with the small ramp, like so. And then the second jump is bigger, but I started with the small ramp, and then I moved up to the medium ramp. So if you look at the angle there, it makes it so it's a smooth transition, and it's not too dramatic. So that'll be good. I believe I can actually move this train car back a little bit further. So we need to go back to props once again here. We will delete that train car, and we're going to place another one a little bit further back, because we have to prevent cheaters from cheating. Let's see if we can get the right angle. There we go. Make sure we're fairly close to the ramp there. We'll put it maybe about right there. And we have to do it in a way that cheaters can't really get around this without saving any time. So we have to make it so that it'll take them longer to get around that than it would be to just go over the ramp. I like to give the players options, but in certain cases you have to give them no options so that they will follow the intended path of the race. So then I'm going to place some medium ramps and then some large ramps, and this jump will be complete. So I'm going to pause you once again, place those, and then we shall continue once again. I'm just trying to make sure that the video is not too long. Alright, so I got that done. I'm just repositioning the small ramps just a little bit here so they're evenly spaced with the other ones, like so. So we have the small ramps here on the right. You go up, and then there's the medium ramps here on the left, a checkpoint, and then there's the large ramp right here. So the checkpoint, we need to put it pretty much directly in front of this ramp, so that the player has to come to this point and they cannot go around these train cars and such to cheat and try to go faster without hitting the ramp. So we will go to checkpoints, we will edit this one, and then we will move it forward to be about right here, so that when you hit this jump, you can jump over it, or if you decide to hit this jump, then you can hit the checkpoint, and then you'll have time to fly, which means we need to delete this checkpoint. So they'll hit the big ramp, and then they'll fly, crash over here, do a couple flips, explode or something, and then they'll have time to come over here to this checkpoint, so they won't have to backtrack. So that'll be very snazzy. So that is good for that. Let's continue. We got about 20 minutes on the video so far. I cannot put a bunch of barriers and stuff on the corners because I need all of the props that I can for the biggest, most epic jump of all, which will be about right here. And you have to be very precise. I mean, I have to be very precise of the angle of the dangle, because you need to make it so that all the players with any vehicle, regardless of if it's bone stock or fully modified, that they can, they can make the jump. If it's like a super slow vehicle that's bone stock, then they're pretty much just out of luck. But you want to make it so pretty much any vehicle can make the epic jump. So we're going to need to I'm going to put some ramps right here. I'm going to put some barriers along the edge of this building right here to prevent people that go a little bit too fast, to help prevent them from landing down there in the ocean or what have you. Try to make it as fair as possible to everybody. So the biggest barriers are these containers. So I like to use these containers as the barriers, like so. And we're gonna have to pause here. We'll do that and then we'll continue. And I already asked Agent if it was okay if he's in my video, and he said it was fine. Alright, we are back again. We have got the small ramp there to jump from rooftop to rooftop. We may need to add one more set of ramps here, just to double check and make sure that everybody can fairly easily get across there. So to get the perfect height when you're placing these ramps, you want to have it floating like this, lower it down a little bit so it'll hit the existing ramps like this, and it'll automatically put it to the height that it needs to be at. We need to change the angle a little bit because we're hitting the train cars with the camera. And then the shadow that you can see at the top of the ramp that's already there, you want to use that kind of as a guide. And you want it so that the new ramp you're placing will actually be underneath of the top of the lip of the old ramp, so that, say, cars that are lowered, they will not hit that the lip of the above ramp like a brick wall. So you want to make it work for everybody. That's pretty close there, and you can see there's just a little bit of a gap there, so that'll be good. It'd be better that way than the other way. So let's place one more here. I believe we'll be looking pretty snazzy right there. It's not absolutely perfect, but that's pretty good. So you hit that, and you can jump across here, and you're looking pretty snazzy. I got the train cars there to prevent people from, overshooting it maybe a little bit. That'll help them. And then also over yonder, let's grab a car real quick, and we're gonna test it out. And that'll be generally the idea. So let's grab a car. So we can place our ramp like this, and then just hit select, and it'll automatically give us a car similar to the cars that'll be used in the race. So then we can test it. So let's try it out and see how it's looking. And just do a quick lap real quick. So you can hit the little jump, the medium jump, or the big one. And that's good. So you can hit the checkpoint from the large jump. And even if you go super fast and you go past the checkpoint, you can still touch it. So that'll be good. And we're going to want to take a left here, fairly sharp. And then we're going to go back this way. Alright, now get ready for the super epic jump. Just go straight as fast as possible, and then at the last second you're going to want to turn. It's a little bit tricky, but it's possible. See, just like that. See, if that was the actual race, I would have been doing actually pretty snazzy. So let's try just a little bit more for just a second, just to double check. I'm gonna hit the medium jump this time, just to make sure that it's snazzy, and you can yeah, you can easily jump that and hit the checkpoint, so that'll be good. We're gonna skip that part because that part over there is pretty good. So we're gonna hit the big ramp again. It's a little bit of an angle, but you know, these races are for skilled players that like you know, a little bit of a challenge and a fun race. So looks like we're looking pretty snazzy, and that'll be the video for today. I hope you enjoyed the making of a race with Sweet Bailey, GTA5 Online, PlayStation 3 version. And how about tip of the day will be appreciate things for what they are. Like, say for example, video games. Yes, this is an old video game. It is not the newest. It is not the most fancy technological game in the universe. But you know what? That's fine, because I appreciate it for what it is. And the fanciest video game system that I have is a PlayStation 3. And I accept it for what it is. I appreciate it for what it is. And I enjoy games on the PlayStation 3 because there's nothing wrong with them at all. They do their job just fine. They are fun. They have good enough graphics, you know. It doesn't have to be the best in the universe for me to appreciate it, because I'm the type of person that appreciates the small things in life. Like, say, old video games. So that'll be tip of the day. Appreciate things for what they are. It doesn't have to be the newest. It doesn't have to be the fanciest thing to get any appreciation. A lot of times the old style things are a lot better than something that was just created or just released, or, you know, something that is brand new. So don't take that for granted. Appreciate things for what they are. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Take care, and please be smart, and please be kind. Later. Peace.